What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Shooky from Shook Earth Media, and today we are talking about The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon. Today the trailer finally dropped. We got a little bit of a preview of what the spinoff is going to look like, and I think some of the cinematography is looking really good, and I think the setting is really cool. Some good effects. We see they have an actual budget in the show. Of course, I have some story concerns, and the same concerns we've had this whole time. How does Daryl get to France? How are they going to justify it? How does it make sense? This trailer doesn't really peel any of that back, so I still have the same concerns, but I'm liking the budget. I'm liking the fact that we're going to different places and seeing new things. And, I do like the character Daryl. I'm still a fan of the character, so I'm curious to see what it's all about. But if you're also into The Walking Dead and you want to see more about these spinoffs coming up, be sure to subscribe. And I'd love to hear your opinions about these trailers in the comment section down below. I did a short on this first little teaser we got last week. It showed Daryl on a boat. He's tied to it. Now, to me, and he was just floating out in the ocean. To me, this looked a little silly. And to me, it shows the fact that he's tied to the boat makes me think that he is not there willingly, that he was on a larger vessel and they tied him to this boat and shoved him out. To me, that's a little silly because, what if there are... I don't know why they want him to be going to France. I don't know if maybe he just stowed away on a boat. Maybe he thought Rick was over in Europe or something. Stowed away in this boat, ended up going to Europe. They discover him, they cast him out. That's the only thing that could make sense here, other than the fact that they're wasting a boat. But if they want him to go to France and they kidnapped him with that intention, the fact that they put him on this boat, like, what if the boat flips over? What if there's a walker on the shore waiting for him and he lands on shore and then he gets eaten? What if there's rocks outside the shore and he crashes into them and drowns? All these questions in my head, this doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but I suppose they could still justify it and make it make sense. But let's check out the new trailer we got today with the new Dead City episode. So we'll find out a bit more about, he's talking to a recorder. I thought he was talking to a person at first, but we'll see in the extended trailer what this is about. So you can see the boat in the distance there. It seems like he regains consciousness when he's drowning. Like, the boat here seems to have flipped over. And then he wakes up on shore.
I come from a place called the Commonwealth.
He's talking about how he's coming from the Commonwealth in America. You can see, of course, we got, busted up motorcycles, or I don't know if these are bicycles or motorcycles, but I would say that is definitely a shout out to his character. And there's a sign here. It looks like I don't know what animal that is. It looks like a dog here in the distance. I'm not exactly sure, but no dogs, I think. And that's, of course, a reference to dog. No doubt. No, there is definitely a motorcycle right there. So he's like leaving himself behind. There's no dog and there's no motorcycle because they're all busted up. And here we got a look of some really good set dressing, and I'm assuming there's some CGI involved here. But this is what I'm excited about. Seeing this trailers, we got an actual budget now.
Well, that fellow's trouble.
So, yeah, and that's a cool looking zombie. I mean, the cinematography is next level, and that's one thing that's really cool about this show. The end of The Walking Dead was, to me, like, almost they're trying to save money, because there's so many people on that show that they had to pay everybody, whether they were in the episode or not. So to me, now that they're doing these spin-offs, they take the biggest characters. Yeah, they still got to pay them probably more than they were paying them before, like Norman Reedus. But they can spend the rest of the money that they spent on all the various cast members, and they can spend it on the cinematography stuff. So that's what I'm really excited about. So let's take a look at this new trailer here, 2 minutes long.
My name's Daryl Dixon. I come from a place called the Commonwealth.
So this to me looks like we're kind of picking up after him waking up on shore. So he's got, a bag here of stuff he's scavenged, because you saw on that boat, he didn't really have anything with him. And if he did, a lot of it probably got lost in the water.
It's in America.
So he's got like a poncho looking thing. I think it's similar to some of the things he's worn in the past. But yeah, he's definitely looting here. And he happens to find this little recorder, and that's who he's talking to now. So cool looking zombie, definitely really cool. But this is a new weapon he gets. We'll see it in a second. To me, you know, him recording, talking to himself, it seems like a kind of replacement for, it was supposed to be a Daryl and Carol show, and Carol got written out, and now there are some photos of, I guess Carol was on set, whether she's in a flashback or she ends up being in the show. I didn't look too deep into that because I would consider that spoilers. But regardless, she was supposed to be in more of the show, and they had to write her out. So I'm kind of guessing that him talking to himself is to replace having Carol there. That's my guess. I don't find it believable that there would be a recorder there with a battery that still functions. Keep in mind, this is a decade after the apocalypse, so most batteries are not going to function anymore. If they do, they'll have very little amount of charge. But okay, that's fine. You want to go with that frame story there?
All I found was trouble.
So he said he went looking for something. To the fact he says something and not someone is, I don't know if he's looking for something else other than Rick, but I'm assuming he's talking about Rick. But I just find the phrasing there a little interesting.
If I don't make it back, I want him to know I tried.
So he's recording this like a message in a bottle type of thing. So, you know, I don't know how he assumes this is going to get back to them somehow. But, you know, it's just more for our sake, I think.
Hell, I'm still trying.
So we can know what he's thinking. But yeah, again, I really like some of this backdrop here. There's a lot of graffiti in the background. And he's got a staff-looking thing that looks kind of like, it's got a hook on the end. It kind of reminds me of course, Morgan's staff. I really like this shot here. We got, you know, some cool looking zombies, things growing through. So we know this is the variant show based on the end of World Beyond, the series finale. We got the fast zombies that are really strong. So I'm curious where all the zombies are. You know, where is everybody? I guess we'll find out soon enough. But yeah, I'm really liking the contorted zombie. So this shot here kind of reminds me of the shot in the pilot of Rick going to Atlanta, of course. But yeah, I like the trains, and we got Marseille here. So really good CGI. It looks very quality, especially by TV standards. I'm liking these journey shots, him walking around. You know, they don't really tell us a whole lot. So I don't know if he has a mission here, if he knows how he got here. I remember early synopses were telling us that he had no memory of how he got here, so he's going to be discovering that as he goes. But it just kind of feels like walking aimlessly in this trailer, but wow, stunning visuals, absolutely amazing. We see some zombies here on the bridge. I missed that the first time. But yeah, I'm really liking these aqueduct things, and I think it looks stunning. So that's the best thing about this trailer, is the visuals. So I looked this up beforehand, pouvoir des vivants. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but it meant power of the living. So I'm assuming this is some type of tag related to a group he's going to run into. Now, we learned in the synopsis before, in the casting synopsis, the woman who played Fleur Delacour in the Harry Potter series and Goblet of Fire, apparently she is the leader or one of the important people in the cast related to a group that is part of a church, part of a religion. So that is seemingly, I would speculate that that's who that is referring to, or that group that she's a part of. But we shall see. People surviving against the zombies, I'm guessing. So the trailer ends here with him walking up to this building, and I can't play too much of it just because, you know, I gotta pause and whatnot. But I don't know what if there's anything exciting in the background here. It just kind of looks like a dilapidated place where, I don't know if it's a factory or something. So I don't know what exactly this place he is, but I don't know. It's kind of a, you know, underwhelming ending to the trailer. I was kind of hoping we'd lead to something, get a little hint of what's going on, but it kind of vaguely looks like the series finale of World Beyond that I mentioned, so I don't know if we're going to be leading towards that. So, but yeah, I don't know. I'm intrigued, but I'm still got all the same concerns. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. The budget, awesome. And if it's as good as Dead City, maybe there's a chance for this show. If fingers crossed, guys. I'm hoping for the best. I want this franchise to be back on top again. I hope you guys all agree with that. So with that, it's been your boy Shuggy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace out.